Well, boys and girls, we're back with another Jon Jones video. And maybe 2 days after he announces his retirement, he's in trouble again. UFC champ Jon Jones retires. He's hit with another criminal charge in Albuquerque, New Mexico, involving a woman. Yay! Now, folks, before we get into the full allegations, everything that's involved with this, and why I believe Jon Jones's retirement was a facade to cover up something much deeper, and why I believe Jon Jones will be returning to the UFC octagon at some stage in the future, I want to quickly say this, folks. Try go 1 month. Now, this is for all the real men out there. Especially the Jon Jones fans who will literally get on their knees for this man and defend him no matter what he does. Now, this is the real test. I dare you guys to try and go 1 month without committing a sexual or abusive crime against a woman. Just try. I know it's difficult. I know how difficult that is. I know how extremely nuts that is to say. Try go 1 month, folks. You Jon Jones fans and Jon Jones himself. Try go 1 month without battering a woman. And wow, I mean, you'll really feel a sense of accomplishment. I know it's an addiction. I know you can't help battering the mother of your children in front of your children, forcing them to run downstairs and phone the police. Let me just have a quick swig of my cup of tea. That is a fantastic cup of tea, folks. It's a fantastic day. Jon Jones is retired and now he's in more trouble. However, there's a lot we have to break down in today's video, folks, so buckle your seatbelts. We've got a few different slides for you guys to look at. Now, first of all, if you take a wee look at this imagery on your screen, it's all of his mug shots. Now, folks, if you type in Jon Jones crime, on your any device, do you know how many different articles come up from since 2015? In the last 10 years, there's an article every few months of him assaulting a female USADA drug tester, of him hiding underneath an octagon in his gym so that USADA testers can't reach him, from him battering his wife multiple times, from him failing multiple drug tests, for him hitting a pregnant woman with a car, which is very similar to what's happened in this instance. Folks, let me tell you what's happened. Let's have a little look at what the guy's being accused of, and then we can break this down. But first of all, I do want to say, this is me reading off the news. You know, I'm not lying about any of this. I'm not exaggerating any of this. I'm just going to give my opinion and deeper analysis of what I think happened in these instances. Now, obviously, I can read in between the lines and say, okay, there's a lot, you know, the Albuquerque State Police can't release based on, like, what they're assuming happened. They can just release the base level, you know, so they can release when he's going to court, what he's being accused of, and then I'm going to read that out to you. Then I'm going to break down exactly what that means, exactly what Jon Jones was doing with this woman, because I do have an inside scoop. I have an inside scoop. Now, I got DM'd on Instagram. I'm not going to say the person's name. I can't put the DMs on the screen. However, I've got insider information. Essentially, I have a viewer who's from, not from Albuquerque. He trains out at Extreme Couture. And a pal at the gym knows Jon. And this is going to be great. Okay, let me quickly... This is insane. Let me break this down for you, folks. Right. Let's break down what he's being fucking accused of. How about that? Let's talk about it. I'm so excited for this video. This is like so much fun. And he's retired. Tom Aspinall's the champ. We're never going to have to deal with him again. Hopefully all my videos are just slate. Oh, this is fantastic. The allegations against Jon Jones. Shout out to Yahoo Sports, by the way. According to the police report obtained by Uncrowned, an Albuquerque, New Mexico police officer, he was reportedly investigating a traffic crash on the 21st of February of this year. We're only finding out about this now. Which a woman was found in the passenger seat. Also, by the way, the only reason we're finding out about all this now is due to the fact that they now have a court date. So obviously we can see that he's scheduled to be in court and what he's been accused of, you know. And it's funny, this comes the same day as his retirement, you know. He all of a sudden retires out the blue after no thought of it before, after holding up a division. But we're going to get into all this. The woman told, so essentially there was a woman in the passenger seat of this car right? Which is, it's being investigated for a traffic crash. So I'm gonna break down what that actually means, and that's what I have the inside scoop on, right? The woman told the police that John Jones was the driver of the car and fled the scene on foot. She then called John Jones, and the police service aide spoke to a man on the other line, which they believed to be John. The man allegedly appeared to be heavily intoxicated as well and made statements implying his capacity to employ lethal force through third parties. Right. Obviously, against the aid would mean, like, the first responders that are on the scene at the time. John Jones probably is saying, oh, I know people, I can inflict harm some way or the other. Because that's what a real man does, folks. If any of you are ever in an accident, with a woman, let's say you have your girlfriend in the car. In this instance, it's not a girlfriend. Let's say you've got your girlfriend in the car with you. What you need to do is, if you crash the car, and these incredible human beings that dedicate their life for not the best salary, to protect people, to serve it's a bit like nurses, they're the unsung heroes of society. If they ever try and help, just threaten them. Say, if you dare try help this woman live and not let her stay in her abused state, we're going to have trouble. I'm going to get some other people to come to your house and fucking, abuse you as well. If not them, then he'll be doing it himself. We're not done. Let's keep reading, boys and girls. Let's keep reading. In response to the perceived threat, the aide stated they called for backup, and a police officer spoke to the man on the phone who allegedly made the similar allusions to obviously causing some violence. The man never answered direct questions when whether he was actually Jones. Right. He didn't give his name over the phone. This was all done over a phone call. John Jones claimed the woman left his house intoxicated early in the day and called him, getting it after she got in the crash. That's why he was there. He claims the person she handed the phone to immediately opened the conversations with unprofessional language, which led him to doubt the legitimacy of the individual's claims. According to the police report, the woman told the police that she arrived at Jones's residence at 11:30 at night, right? Initially expressed reservations about consuming alcohol, didn't really want to, citing previous incidents where she allegedly he forced her to drive home while intoxicated. She stated that she received assurances and this would not be the case at the time. I know I'm going quick, but I just want to get through this. Subsequently consumed the alcohol and ingesting mushrooms at the Jones household, which is all in the police report. You can obviously go to the Albuquerque State Police website and do that. I do not want, and the court documentation within Albuquerque, I don't want to put that on YouTube or even screen record that. I don't know what the rules are about that. Right? Following a restroom incident requiring a change of clothing, the woman then removed her pants with the intention of Mr. Jones to drive her home to get her clothes. So this is how he does it, boys. Gets them hammered, gets them on mushrooms, convinces them, baby, maybe if we drive to your house, you can change your clothes. She doesn't want to, though. She's drunk. He's drunk. He doesn't care. He wants to get her alone. He wants her in the car drunk. We thought he was gay. Maybe he's not. Or maybe this is all one big facade to make the media think he's not. Her next recollection was being at the scene of the traffic accident. The last person she remembered driving the car was John. He also reportedly called the woman's phone 13 times and texted her numerous times from the time of the crash to the following morning. Now, that's not suspicious at all. If I do something wrong, and I know this one individual has all the information about everything I did wrong, all I'm going to be trying to do is get in contact with them and see if they're going to rat me out. And that's exactly what Jones has been doing. Guys, this is what he does. Let's break this down from the fucking beginning. This woman was at Jones's house. They were drinking. Maybe she didn't really want to, but, he convinced her to. Why not? Nice evening, everybody drinks. Did some mushrooms, got a bit too drunk. Something happened to where, maybe she was too drunk on mushrooms. These things do happen. Let me have a sip of my tea. Maybe the girl had to change her pants, which is her underwear, which is essentially what is needed to happen. And Jones, instead of being a gentleman and being like, let me call you an Uber, maybe time to go home, he's thinking, fuck, maybe I could get a little bit of something from this girl. This is me reading in between the lines. Don't quote me on this, but I'm about to get to my scoop. What has happened is he has seen her state. He's been in a bit drunk as well, how he is, the predator and the horrible individual that he is. he said, oh, baby, you should drive home. You should drive home. I can imagine she's wasted. She's probably pissed herself. And they're in the car. They're driving back. She has crashed into something. Now, this is my scoop. From Jon Jones's mouth, I have been relayed this information. This happened back in February. There's been a lot of gossip around gyms. The information is he was the one driving the car from his house to her place. She was the one driving originally. She's knocked something. Jon Jones' exact words. I can't believe this. I've got like insider info. And I know a lot of other YouTubers probably have this, but there's this one bloke that fucking messages me this, and I'm like, if this is true, and he swears to me it's true, it might not be, he swears it's true. She was driving, he convinced her to get in the car and drive intoxicated, which is what she's claiming, and that's what the police believe, as we've just read. Jon Jones has been in the passenger seat of the car originally. She's hammered. She's hit something en route, at speed. Right? The police are now responding to this incident. Jon Jones swaps seats with her and continues driving. They then catch up with Jon's car, or the girl's car rather, that Jon is now driving, pulled them over. She's half naked, on mushrooms, intoxicated in the passenger seat, after that car has just been in a collision with another car on the road, because she was hammered. They've pulled him over, and now he's like, fuck. He was trying to get her back to her place. Nobody was there. She was intoxicated with her pants off to go in and do the business with her. That's truly what I think. And he's so much of an absolute degenerate. He knew what state she was in. Oh, baby, making her drive the car as if it's her decision to take him back. He's a predator. These are what this type of man does. He's convinced her to drive while intoxicated, so when it comes to doing the business later on, he can say to her, why would you drive me back then? Why would you drive? A manipulator of women. An abuser of women. A misogynistic abuser. That's what he is. That's what he is. And then obviously they've been stopped by the police. The girl is saying one thing. The girl is sobered up, only remembering Jones driving, so she said that. The police have reading in between the lines, the police have put that together. And he's called her 13 times between her being taken away by the police and the morning time, so she doesn't rat him out. This man is a misogynistic abuser of women, and he's a disgusting, nasty predator. He has announced his retirement the day the court case has been settled. Because this is now all in the papers, he's announced this thing. He's tweeting big paragraphs saying, appreciating all the love and support. Like, he appreciates all the love and support, as a huge cover-up. Because he doesn't want this story being mainstream media as it is right now. This is bad. This guy consistently does this type of thing, and he consistently gets away with it. One day, he's just the type of guy. He's just this type of guy. One day it will bite him in the ass. One day it will bite him in the ass. And I'm so lucky and so grateful I get to fucking break this news for you. This guy's in deep trouble this time. He's a coercive controller. He's a coercive controller. That's what happened, folks. That's reading in between the lines. He was manipulating her into doing this so he could have the moral high ground in the end. Oh, but why would you drive me home then with you? She's crashed. He's thinking, fuck it, we'll keep going. They've been pulled over. Another incident involving Jones. Get this man behind bars. Thank you very much for watching, folks. More than happy to break this scoop for you. And guys, he'll be back. This will blow over. If Aspinall loses, he'll be back. He'll come back. I think this retirement's a facade. I think he's tired of being asked about Aspinall. He's going to let this blow over. Court case at the end of next month. He's going to do his thing. If Aspinall loses, he'll be back. I don't believe any of this. Dana White is extremely pissed off. The retirement came out of absolutely nowhere. Hence why they announced it at the fight night of an Azerbaijan UFC event. It came out of nowhere, and this is why. Fully broken down, fully explained, fully recited. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.